Hi guys, it's Faith. I am here today with a tag video for you. If it's kind of echoey, I'm sorry. I'm actually in my master bathroom right now because there's a big window over there and it's giving me a little bit of light because it is really chilly and gloomy here in Ohio and every room in the house is dark and there's just no light. So this is the best light that I have. So I'm gonna try to make a video. I'm going to be doing a tag video for you today. This is the mom tag and how I have changed as a mom. I first saw this tag on Jaimie Kights' channel. If you don't already follow Jaimie, you should because she's amazing. She is a Christian mama who does lifestyle, homemaking, those kind of videos, and she's just fabulous. But she posted this tag and I commented on hers and said I'm tagging myself and going to do it. So that's what I'm gonna do. My battery on my camera is a little bit low, so I'm going to try to zoom through this really quickly. I've got my questions here on my Kindle, and let's jump right into it. Number one, how old were you when you had your first child? I was 25. Number two, what was the hardest thing about being pregnant for 9 months? I would have to say just the anticipation. I couldn't wait for him to be here, and I was just anxious. It was hard to wait. Number three, can you think of anything that you enjoyed during those 9 months of being pregnant? Absolutely. I enjoyed baby movements. I loved laying on the couch and watching my babies move around. I thought that was just the coolest thing and I still miss it. Number four, in your opinion, were all the things that you heard about childbirth accurate? No, absolutely not. It totally depends on who you talk to. If you talk to somebody who didn't prepare at all for childbirth, they probably didn't have a great experience. If you talk to a doula or somebody who's passionate about natural childbirth, then they'll tell you about great experiences. So it all depends on who you talk to. I had two very different birth experiences. Logan's wasn't great. Aria's was amazing and I would do it over again 100 times. Number five is, would you have handled childbirth differently if you could redo it? Absolutely with Logan. With Logan, I wasn't really prepared. I just kind of did what the doctors told me and I didn't really prepare myself. Just being a first-time mom, I didn't really know anything. I thought you go to the hospital, you get epidural and you have a baby. And that's just what I thought you did. And like I said, it wasn't a great experience. So if I could go back in time, I would absolutely have him natural. And I'd like to have home births with both of my kids. I had both of them in the hospital. If I ever have another baby, I want a home birth for sure. But so yeah, I would definitely go natural with both and I would like home births. Number six, what would your advice be for somebody who is about to have a baby? Oh my goodness, this is a tough one. As a doula, there is so much that I would love to say. I guess the main thing that I would say, if I could only pick one, I would say remember that if you're having a hospital birth, they work for you. You are paying that facility and you are paying those doctors, you're paying those nurses for a service. They are not your boss. They cannot make you feel like you have to do anything or that you can't do anything. You're paying them. So you're in charge and don't let them bully you into making decisions that you're not comfortable with. Number seven is, what is the hardest part about being a mom? Feeling like you're gonna screw them up for life, I would say. You constantly, are trying to do the best that you can for your kids, but we're human and we're flawed and we make mistakes and we get frustrated and lose our tempers and, handle things poorly at times. And I would say that's the hardest part, is trying to deal with your own mommy guilt in your own mind. Because being a mom is hard. Momming is hard. And you want to do the best that you can, and we're human, so that only goes so far. So dealing with yourself is the hardest part of being a mom. Number nine, what is the most surprising thing you discovered about being a mom? I would say your overall sense of awareness. You're just more aware of things to protect your children. If we were at a McDonald's play place, there was a man there and he didn't have a child with him. And for me, it just set off my mommy radar. Why are you here? What are your intentions? Why are you around these children? You're just more aware of things that you wouldn't necessarily ever think about before you had kids, you know? You wouldn't think anything of seeing a gentleman in a restaurant, you know, or whatever. But just little things like that, just being aware of, like, I mean, cutting grapes in half and little tiny things on the floor, breakable things. You're just more aware of danger. That is a better way to simplify it. More aware of danger and an overwhelming instinct to protect your children. What is the best memory you have involving your children? That is way too hard to answer. There's no way I can narrow it down. They are pretty great. I love being with my kids. I love being their mom. They're really fun. One of my favorite memories that's coming to mind right now with Logan was that he said he wanted to marry me when he grows up. And I said, well, buddy, there's a lot of really pretty girls, and I bet you when you get older, you're gonna find somebody that you want to marry more than mommy. And he said, no way, Mom. You are the most beautiful girl in the world, and you're my girl. So, like, just little sweet things like that. But I don't know. There's a lot. It's really impossible to narrow it down. What number is this? Number 11 is, what is the most exciting milestone with your children? Logan learning to read is a pretty big one. When he read his first little book by himself, that was a really big one. Of course, learning to walk and talk is huge. I don't know. All of the milestones are big. The reading is just the most recent one. So starting kindergarten, that's a big one. There's a lot. Number 12 is, what is the worst thing your child has ever done? And I don't know. I really don't know that I would answer that on the internet anyway, but they're pretty good kids. Mine are really too young to really do anything terrible. Knock on something. But yeah, I don't know. They're pretty good. I'm pretty fortunate. There's nothing real crazy yet. 13, what habit do you wish your children didn't have? I have one child that has like an oral sensory issue, and they like to chew on everything. Furniture, rocks, grass, my hair, anything. They're constantly chewing, and I'm constantly trying to say, take that out of your mouth. You don't need to chew that, you know, that kind of thing. So I wish that we didn't have that, but you know, it is what it is. And that is the way God made my little one, and we will work through it together. But sometimes it drives me crazy, especially the chewing on my hair. Like when we're sitting on the couch, it drives me crazy. 14, what habit of theirs makes you really proud? They are very good at saying please and thank you. They're good at saying excuse me. And my son in particular, when he meets somebody, he introduces himself and he puts his hand out to shake his hand. And I think that that's just really sweet, and just them having good manners. I think that's a great habit that they are already into, and that makes me very proud of them. Number 15 is, do you share any similarities with your children, both physically or emotionally? Yep, I sure do. Logan is a lot like me emotionally, where he feels things and he feels them big, and he's very emotional. He does not like you to be upset with him or disappointed with him. He is just a very sweet, soft-hearted kid, and he gets a lot of that from me. He is also, one of the not so great habits is, if things are hard, he tends to want to give up. And I am like that in a lot of things. Like, I get frustrated really, really easy and just want to throw in the towel. And he is very much my son in that aspect. And Aria, she goes to the beat of her own drum, that one. I had blonde hair as a kid, believe it or not. And she is blonde. So that is like the only thing that she got from me. Number 16, where would you like your child to be in 10 years? Let's see. In 10 years, Logan will be 16. And Aria will be 13 going on 14. I hope that in 10 years they have a solid faith. I hope that they have deep roots in what they believe and know what they believe. I hope that they are kind, and I hope that they are still close with me. I hope that they still love each other and that they still love me. I know that in the years to come, we're gonna butt heads a lot of times over different things, but I hope and I pray that we have a close relationship. 17, what is something a child has taught you? Every day, my children teach me how desperately I need a savior, because I am so incredibly flawed, and they remind me of that every single day, that I am not perfect, I am not super mom, and I need a savior to help me get through. I am an impatient person who gets frustrated super easy and gets angry, and I make mistakes. And yeah, every day they remind me how much I need a savior. Number 18 is, did you imagine yourself being a mom at the age that you became a mom? No, I never thought that I would have kids, so no. 19 is, describe your child in a sentence. I can't. Logan is amazingly passionate about everything, and Aria is fierce and a force to be reckoned with. Number 20 is, how have you changed as a person since you became a mom? In every way possible, I have changed. I don't even recognize myself when I look in the mirror. I've changed both physically and emotionally and spiritually, and yeah, how can you become a mom and not change? I don't understand. It's changed me completely, for sure. Thanks guys for watching this video. That wraps up the mom tag. That's the hardest things about being mom and how I've changed since I've become a mom. And again, I saw this over on Jaimie's channel, which I will link down below. If you haven't watched it, go and check it out. And if you would like to do this tag, then I tag you. I would love to see your video, so make sure you comment down below and let me know if you do it so that I can go and watch yours. And while you're down there, go ahead and hit that subscribe button and click the little bell so that I can see you in future videos. Thanks for watching. I'll see you in my next one.